I walked in and they opened, and this, this rattling of keys is, I think, is what jolted me to reality.
Yeah.
And they opened and I got in. And I looked around and the only window was like very high, And although I switched on, actually they switched on the light for me, but it felt dark. Yeah. It was still dark, even with the lights on. And my heart was beating so bad, I thought it was gonna fall off from the fright. It was a feeling I had never experienced. And I looked around, there was a steel bed there and a steel sink and a toilet, and I'm holding the food with me.
The
takeaway, and it fell on the floor. And I took it and I put it in the rubbish bin. And I didn't know whether to sit or not, because the lady was real quick, locked me in and left.
You are on your own. It's those single cells,
yes.
Or do you share?
No, it's single. It's quiet and there's some shouts and screams around. Okay. So those were the holding cells.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I didn't know at that time though, remember. So I'm surprised because it's even men and they're cursing and they're loud, And I didn't know whether to sit down or to continue standing. I was like, yeah, Lily, what have you done now? And that's when, for the first time, I started crying. I cried myself to sleep. When I woke up, it was the lock again. And let me backtrack and say, in this paper I saw a mule sentenced to whatever time.
That's another mule.
That's another mule.
And you're just getting in.
And I'm just getting in. I just took that paper and threw that because that's when my heart was like, And so when I heard the keys the following day, and they said, ma'am, somebody to see you. And I'm surprised, somebody to see me. And they said, the lawyer is here for you. No, they said, somebody here to see you. And I went out, and as I went out, we used the first thing I asked was like, can you spare me some cigarettes, please?
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not sure if you're allowed to smoke here. And he was like, I'm Larry Scott, I'm your lawyer. For some reason, he thought I did not understand
what a lawyer is.
Yeah, he's trying to, and I said, I know what an attorney is. I'm like, I know what an attorney is. Oh, he said, okay, yes, I've been appointed to be a lawyer, so tell me the story. And of course, I told the story, but, I had to.
Oh, you didn't tell the whole truth?
Yes, I tailor-made the story. So I said.
Why is this, Lillian? Why didn't you? You didn't trust him?
I did. I'm sticking to this story that I did not know.
Okay. By the way, you had already.
Yes, I've
made
already
a
said.
statement.
I haven't made a statement. I refused to make a statement. But as they were questioning me, I wasn't sure whether they had it on tape or what. Yes. But remember when they said, "What is this, ma'am?" Showing me the hair on, I said, "I don't know."
Yeah.
You see, so I'm sticking to that story, and they are like, "How did he get into your shoes?" And I said, "He bought me those shoes."
That guy.
Yes. So yes.
Peter Hendricks.
Yes. So I'm like, he bought the shoes for me. So that's the story I'm giving the lawyer as well. And at least he gave me, and he said to me, "Ma'am, I have to tell you something." I said, "What?" He said, "You are facing life."
Yeah.
And I just looked at him and I said, "Can you spare me some cigarette, please?"
Yeah. You'll want a cigarette.
Yeah,
right?
I had to smoke. I really had to smoke at the time. And he said, "Not here." And so I told him the story. I told him, and he said to me, "Oh, well, the only thing I can tell you is that because they found the drugs in the shoes, it's unlike finding them on your body. So we probably could have, I can only promise you about 40% chance."
Oh, I thought you were saying 40 years.
And he said, "Nothing more than that."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay." And he said, "Okay, the police will come and take you to the police station where you'll go and make your statement, and I'll wait for you there." And I said, "Okay." So I went back to the cell. And shortly, do you want me to continue or do you want to ask some questions?
I actually would like us to take a break.
Okay.
When we come back, I think what is ringing in our heads is, how did you end up in that situation? More than anything, I think that's what we want to know. Yeah, so when we come back.
Okay.
Thanks.
Before we go on a break, I feel like I want to ask.
Oh, hey, go ahead.
On the next, after the break, perhaps what I'm going to ask won't matter because there are bigger things to look at. You'll decide if you answer this question or not, Auslele. Is there a specific reason why you are not mentioning this drug lord in terms of nationality? As I was reading it, and a thought came to my mind: is he a Nigerian? Is he a Nigerian? And you're not saying anything about that in the book. Is there a specific reason why you're not saying it? Are you worried that people, obviously, this is trending, they're still alive, you're protecting something there?
When I was writing the book, as you will realize, I don't dwell much on people. That is why I would say a name and not say a surname, just like that. But when I go on speaking, engagements, I do mention. At the beginning, I never used to mention. But as I realized that, these people actually been going younger and younger, people.
The mules,
the mules are becoming younger and
yeah.
younger. And I was like, I had to reflect and say, what is the purpose of me, engaging in these talks? And when I answered myself that it is to help somebody, then I realized that if I'm going to help somebody, it means truth must come out.
Yeah.
So then I started mentioning that a Nigerian drug lord. I was traveling with a Nigerian drug lord. Yes, I stopped protecting. The only thing I haven't done thus far is to actually say the name. The name of the drug lord and their friend
Might
that
not be safe for you,
recruited
I'm
me.
sure.
I think you should
sure.
just keep it. But I had a similar thought. But I think throughout the book, what I see is that you're not dwelling into other people. And
Yes.
for me, it made me appreciate it even more because it becomes your story.
Yeah.
It's not about, there are many other incidences which you have spoken about, which as a reader you get curious. Well, who's this person that did this to you? But you don't talk about them.
Yeah.
And eventually I sort of made peace with that, that you're telling your own story. And it doesn't make me want to know the Nigerian guy.
Yes.
I have to now know you as a person. But it's nature that we become curious. You know, there's a certain part of your book that I don't know if you've come to, but I was also very curious as to who was this person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll get to that, ladies. I'm sorry. Can we take a break? Like, my is calling.